In this lecture, we'll start to consider the Constitution's criminal due process rights. These are rights that are available not only to criminals, but to anybody who's accused of a crime. Criminal due process consists of several different rights that are contained in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th Amendments. In this lecture, we'll consider one of the most important of these rights, the freedom from unreasonable search and seizure, which is contained in the 4th Amendment. According to the text of the 4th Amendment, unreasonable searches are not permitted. But that means that reasonable searches are permitted. So the big question is, what's the difference between a reasonable and an unreasonable search? One kind of search that's always reasonable is a search that's conducted pursuant to a valid search warrant. In order to obtain a search warrant, a police officer must go to a judge and present him or her with probable cause that a crime has been committed. If the judge agrees, they will issue a search warrant. That warrant must indicate the places to be searched and the specific items that the police expect to find there. The framers insisted on a search warrant because they didn't trust the police, and they insisted on an independent check on police power. However, there are many other situations in which the Supreme Court has said that a search is reasonable and can be conducted without a warrant. One example is car searches. The police have the right to search almost any part of your car if they've pulled you over for a valid reason. In addition, when the police arrest someone, they have the right to search them to make sure they don't have contraband like drugs or weapons. The 4th Amendment view searches, meaning if a police officer sees evidence of illegal activity while he's in a place he has a right to be, that evidence can be seized. If somebody who doesn't work for the government finds evidence of illegal activity, such as an airline employee, they can turn it over to the police, who can then use it. Police can also conduct a search without a warrant if public safety is threatened, or to prevent the destruction of evidence. Recently, new technologies have created new challenges for the 4th Amendment, but generally the Supreme Court has been supportive of individual rights. For example, recently, police have been using thermal imaging technology to look for evidence of illegal drug production. The Supreme Court has said that violates the 4th Amendment. The court also recently ruled that the police cannot search your cell phone when they arrest you unless they first get a search warrant.